are a class 10 student and your English exam is very close, you do not need to start new chapters, you do not need to panic, you do not need to study all night. What you need is a last minute revision strategy. Yes, my dear students, if you follow these revision tips, you are gonna score full marks in your English exam. Because my dear students, yes, it is hard work, but if you do it smartly, you are gonna score good marks. So do not worry. Do not worry about the grades you got in your maths exam. It just happened, right? I know some of you might be thinking, ma'am, it was too hard, we did not do well, but do not worry, everything will work out because it's just one exam, right? You have 5 more to go, right? 4 or 5 more to go, right? Focus on those. Focus on what is not lost, right? If it did not go well, do not worry. You will make up for the marks by giving good exam, by the rest of the exams, right? You have English, you have language subject, other language subject you have, then you have science, then you have SST, right? So nothing is lost here. We can still get back on track. So let's start. What are these revision tips, right? Okay, so the first tip is revise your formats. Start with your formats. What formats? So in the section B, which is your writing skill, grammar and writing skill section, in the writing skills, you follow a format for these letters, reports, notice, analytical paragraph. There is a format, and if you follow the format, you are gonna score full marks because the examiner scans the answer sheet and they look for the format. If your format is correct, you are gonna score complete marks. Yeah, obviously vocabulary is there, then the way you write it, the word limit, other things are there, but if the format is correct, you get marks for the format only. Okay, now let's start with the formats of these respective things. Firstly, this is the format of letter. What is the format? So you start by the sender's address, then you leave a space, leave a line space, then you do the date, write the date, then leave 1 line space, then you write the receiver's designation and address. Okay, in 3 lines. Receiver's designation, the editor, any newspaper, Hindu, Times of India, India Today, and then you write the address, right? After that, write the subject. Subject should be clear, concise. Okay, it should not be long, it should not be more than 4 or 5 words. Okay, in 4 or 5 words you should conclude everything that you are going to write in this letter. Okay, after that, leave some space, write a salutation, then you do the paragraph, the body. Okay, what should be there in your paragraph? 3 paragraph rule, which is purpose, detail, conclusion. So firstly, you tell the purpose, why are you writing the letter, then you give the details of the event for which you are writing the letter, and then after that you conclude everything. Remember one thing, my dear students, maintain the tone polite. Your tone must always be polite when you're writing a letter. Even if it is a letter of complaint, you are going to complain in a polite manner. Okay, then you write thank you, and then obviously yours truly, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. Do not use yours obediently, because for formal letters you're writing a letter of complaint or letter of inquiry or letter to editors, right? So in those, write only yours truly, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. Okay, that is enough. Next is report writing. For report writing, the format is like this. You write the heading of the report, then you write on the right hand side. On the right hand side you write the byline. By means the person who is writing the report. Okay, the person who is writing the report. Then on the left hand side you write the place which is mentioned, which will be mentioned in your question only, and then you write the date. Okay, now after that you start with the introduction. Now see, my dear students, how everything is written in this sequence on the left side only. Okay, so follow that pattern. Then write the introduction, start with what happened, when it happened, where has it happened, then do the main content, the details of the event, who did it, how they did it, and why they did it. Okay, and then conclusion, which is summarize. You always summarize on a positive note. Now one more thing, you write reports in 3rd person POV. Okay, you're reporting something, right? You're not saying it, I wrote it. It's not a diary, it's a report, right? So what you're doing, you're writing from a 3rd person POV. Okay, the person who observed everything, and then they are writing it. Okay, and you should write it in a neutral tone. Okay, even if something happened that you are reporting, because you're reporting something, right? Or maybe an event happened, or some stampede happens or something. So always maintain a neutral tone. Okay. Next, notice writing. For notice writing, this is the format. Write the name of the organization, heading, okay, because notices are generally given in offices, in schools, everything, right? So you give a notice in a note on the notice board. Start with the name of the organization or the office issuing the notice, then write the byline, who is issuing the notice. Okay, it should be written right below it. Then after that, on the left hand side you write the date, and then you write the content. This is the body, heading, body of the letter, body of your notice. Okay, then after that you write signature, if it is not given, do not sign it, but obviously maintain your name and designation should always be written there, okay? Whatever the name and designation is, you should always write it. Cram these format, okay? Memorize them, okay? You do not need to go around anywhere, okay? Just sit down, memorize them, write one each, one letter each, one report each, one report, one notice, okay? And that's how you will memorize the format. Once you make it by heart, you do not need to worry. Next, analytical paragraph. So in analytical paragraph, my dear students, you are given a data, a chart or any sort of bar graphs or histogram or anything, okay? And then you need to write that in words, okay? In language form, okay? So what is the format? Firstly, you give the data. The given data in this in the given graph, as we can see, you write the data, whatever is given, right? Then you write the inference, what you inferred from the data. Then after that you give a conclusion. Remember, always give a positive conclusion. And one thing, do not be emotional about it or anything. If it's a fertility rate data or if it's a population data, do not write your personal opinions there, okay? Remember that. Then you can use, because it's a graph, you're comparing the tables and all, you're comparing the data, so you use increase, decrease, highest, lowest, trend, these kind of words, okay? Next, linking words should be used, which is overall, however, in contrast, therefore. These kind of words you should also use, because when you are writing an analytical paragraph, firstly just one single paragraph, do not write multiple paragraphs, just one single paragraph of 100 to 120 words, follow the word limit, and in there you start with the data, then you give the inference, then after that you write the conclusion. Okay, next, tip number 2 is learn some universal lines. So for letters, generally you have some universal lines that you can memorize, and that is going to work for each letter, okay? For letter to, if you are given a letter to editor, you write, through the esteemed columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to draw the attention of concerned authorities towards whatever your subject was. Then this is to draw to your kind attention. If you're ending it, I hope my concern will reach the ears of the concerned authorities through your newspaper. I hope you take immediate action and provide a resolution at the earliest. I shall be highly grateful to you. These kind of lines are, these are universal lines. You can add them to any kind of letter you're writing and they will support you, okay? So if you just memorize them, you do not need to worry, what should I write? I read the letter, where should I start from? Where should I start from? You remember them, you remember these lines, you start with those, okay? Then you write that 3 purpose rule, we remember, right? So we start with the purpose of the letter writing, then details, and then you give a conclusion. Always follow that. Okay, next, there are some keywords. So you revise keywords, not paragraph, my dear students. Yeah, you have exam tomorrow, right? So you do not have that much time to learn paragraph or literature questions line by line. What you can do, you can remember the paragraph, revise the keywords. What keywords are there? There are some NCERT keywords which are written in which are actually in your book, and when you write those keywords in your answers and the examiner sees them, it is going to make a really good impression and they are going to score you like complete marks they'll give you, okay? Now what are those keywords? So here I have compiled some from, for example, I'll just give you one example from the A Letter to God, this chapter. What are the keywords you should follow? Write crest, downpour, conscience, amiable. Okay, these kind of words, if you use, if you implement, if you write in your answers, you are gonna score good marks. Okay, do one more thing. Whenever you're writing these keywords in your answers, always underline them with using a pencil, okay? So that the examiner has the visibility, they can see, oh, this person has written this keyword and everything, okay? They have the knowledge, okay? Yes, it makes a difference. Trust me, try it. From the poem also I have summarized it, okay? These are from the poems. Just check it out. From all the poems I've tried, okay? So these kind of words, if you're writing an answer regarding these poems and if you implement these words, if you write these words, trust me, it is going to make a difference. And now, if one more thing is there, I have made a PDF where I have compiled the important questions from the book First Flight, from both the poem section and the prose section. The link is in the description, just go download that, okay? And I have given the question and answer also in my own language. Just do it, okay? You download it and you try to read through it. It's a last minute thing, you just go through it, whatever is written, okay? Do not try to cram anything. At this point, do not try to cram anything. Whatever it is there, whatever you need, it is there, okay? Do not worry. Now next is grammar. How do you do grammar? So for grammar, you do not need to start from start from scratch. What you need to do, you have these grammar topics. Okay, so from the last 5-6 years, these topics are the most repeated one: tenses, reported speech, articles, error correction. These questions, 1-2 questions come every year. So sit down, solve same pattern question of these. Around 40-50 questions you can solve easily, right? From the PYQs it is there, right? 50 questions if you solve, trust me, you will be more confident while writing your exam, because you know the pattern, you know the blueprint, because the PYQs are your blueprint, right? You know it, and you will be able to solve these questions in your board. Okay, so just tenses, reported speech, articles, error correction. If you have any doubt, I made a hack video for complete grammar hacks. You can check that out. Okay, and there I've given you the tricks and hacks that you can use while you're solving grammar questions. Okay. Next tip is reading section strategy. Okay, how can we leave the reading section, right? It is of 20 marks. So from the last 2-3 years, it is coming a little tougher, but do not worry, as long as you have the understanding. Now, how do you have the understanding, my dear students? So always remember one thing: whenever you are attempting your question paper, start with this last. Okay, finish your grammar writing skills, finish your section C literature. After that, start with this reading section, because firstly this section is a little tougher, right? So if you start straight away with it, your motivation will go downhill from there on. Okay, you will think, I'm not able to answer these questions, how will I answer the rest of the questions? So do not do that. Start at last section, start at not last minute. Do your section C first, section B first, and then start with section A. It doesn't matter as long as you're going section by section. Okay, now for reading section, firstly, you should practice every day. Okay, but now that we are doing revision only, so you should do one thing: when you are answering the reading section question, so always for the reading section, start with the questions first. After you read the question, what will happen? You'll underline the keywords in the paragraph itself. You'll see that this is the question that I'm looking for the answer, right? The answer that I'm looking for is for this question, right? You already know the question, so you'll be looking more intently, right? So that will help. Underline the keywords in the passage and then answer in your own words. Do not copy paste. What most students do, they take the line straight away from the comprehension and write it as their answer. Do not do that. Always rephrase it some way. Okay, let's say like you do in your reported speech, right? Do that. Okay, now keep answer short and clear. Do not overcomplicate it. Try to keep your answers short and clear. Next tip is word limit. What is the word limit? Most of you do not know, but I have compiled here also. For the unseen passages, that they are coming in that way only, but for let's see where. For short answer type questions, you have the word limit of 40-50 words. For long answer type questions, 100 and 120 words. That is 6 marker questions. Short answer questions, 2-3 marker questions. Okay, so see, if you follow the word limit, what CBSE does, if you go beyond the word limit, you are not going to get extra marks. If you go below the word limit, your marks are going to get deducted. So do not do that mistake. What you should do, you should follow the word limit. For lectures, the word limit is 100 to 120 words. For analytical paragraph, the word limit is again 100 to 120 words. Do not exceed it. Try to keep it within the word limit only. Okay, now for literature section, short answer questions, 30-40 words is for 2 marker questions, 40-50 words for 3 marker questions. Long answer type questions, 100 and 120 words again. Okay, now for analytical paragraph, 100-120 words. For all these, you have 100 and 120 words. Same. Remember this word limit, follow this word limit. Do not exceed it. Do not write below it. Okay. Next tip, night checklist. Now, you have your exam tomorrow, right? 21st you have your exam. So what you should do, what you should check, you make a list now, you check it before going for my exam. Have I done this? Have you revised all the formats? Tick. Have you practiced the keywords? Tick. Have you like skimmed over your grammar rules? So all the grammar rules you have written somewhere, right? Just go through them once. Tick. Pen, board, admit card, water bottle, a transparent water bottle, are they all ready? Tick. And then sleep. Okay, my dear students, what most students do, they just panic. They study till 4 a.m. then they get ready and then leave for their exam. Do not do that, my dear students, because if you do not rest properly, if you're not relaxed, my dear students, anything you remember, you are gonna forget, you are gonna mess it. Okay, so do not do that. Just have at least 6 hours of sleep before going for your exam. Okay, for English, for science, for SST, because my dear students, I know it feels like I can wake up till 4 a.m. I can do my study and I can go for exam. And yeah, my dear students, that's the exact thing where most students lack. They remember everything, but at the time of exam they were too tired to write it, or they will mess it because their brain can't comprehend it in a organized way. Okay, so do not do that mistake. Relax properly, and all the best. Do not worry, you got this. All the best for your boards.